You're tuned in to Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk, live every weekday on the Nation Network YouTube.
We go live on the Nation Network YouTube channel, as well as on the Oilers Nation Twitter and on the Oilers Nation Facebook, and also a very special edition of the show today as we are live from Brunch for Ben, a very exciting event here. It's going to be awesome. I think we're expecting close to 150 Nation citizens. Everyone's got their beautiful Brunch for Ben tees on that Kennedy designed. We are raising money for a charity of the Stelter's family's choosing as well. I'm waiting for a thumbs up to make sure all my audio is coming through good on the stream as well. Are we good? We're good. All right. Trying something a little new. This is the first time we've taken Oilers Nation every day out on the road. Though, shout out to our friends at the Sports Closet, because you remember what we said in studio. It's a mindset. It is not one physical place. We are live at SOHO on Jasper, which is the spot for Brunch for Ben here. Very excited to kick things off with them today as well. If you are making it down to the party, you don't have a ton of time. Things get going in an hour. It's an 11 a.m. puck drop between the Oilers and the Rangers, as Edmonton will look to avoid being swept on their 3-game Eastern road trip. Things aren't going good. I'm smiling now, but I mean, the Oilers got to win. That's the bottom line. We're going to get into a full game preview. Jay is going to stop by as well in about 15, 20 minutes time here to join me on the show. Also, I think I'm going to have a few different nation citizens are going to be strolling through. I might get bagged milk to sit off to the side or something like that and give me his takes on the game. We'll see who else from the site rolls in today. But things are starting to fill up down here at SOHO. Like I said, as always, live on all of our usual platforms. Dr. Gonzo, Devin in the YouTube chat, Twisted. Oilers need to be awake at game time. I need to be awake at game time. Hence the coffee. Yeah, 11 a.m. puck drop today. The Oilers got to be ready to go. Oilers and matinees usually struggle out of the gates, and that would be the concern here. The Rangers are a damn good hockey team. A very good hockey team. They're, in a way, they're similar to the Oilers right now, right? These are two teams that I think a lot of people would have pegged to meet in the Stanley Cup Finals this year. A lot of people did. I picked them. This is my Stanley Cup final that I gave in my daily face-off season predictions, right? And both of these teams haven't lived up to the hype yet. We obviously know the Oilers 10-10 on the year, sitting at an even 500 at the 25% mark of this regular season. The Rangers, they only have 10 wins in their first 21 games. They're 10-7-4 on the year. They have a +5 goal differential, but they've been bringing games to overtime, not necessarily collecting the 2 points. They have just 4 wins in their last 10 games, 4-4-2, which, I mean, the Oilers only have 3 wins in their last 10 games. So it's not like Edmonton's looking much better right now. But the big thing with this Rangers team, and it's similar to what the Oilers had to go through with the Islanders, it's goaltending for them, man. Igor Shesterkin is, if he's not the best goalie in the NHL, I mean, the guy won the Vezina last year, so he is. But he's right up there, right? It's him, Vasilevsky, and Sorokin. So that's the tough part of this trip here for the Oilers, is just having to roll through all these good goalies. I can show you today's expected starting goaltenders. Chalmers. These are not confirmed yet. Actually, Shesterkin is confirmed for the Rangers. He's 10-2-3 on the year with a .239 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. He's only given up 10 goals in his last 3 games. Shesterkin has been absolutely automatic as of late for the Rangers. Stuart Skinner, on the other hand, he is 4-5-0 on the year, .278 goals against average, .921 save percentage, 17 goals against in his last 5 games. So Stu maybe slipping a little bit here for the Edmonton Oilers, but he's been good. And we'll see if they actually end up going with Skinner. They'll take to the ice for warm-ups in about 25 minutes, which is when we'll get the confirmed news on the starter for today's show. I'm expecting Skinner. And we talked about this in the chat yesterday on the show. I was on the fence, but I know a few you put in the chat hey, Stu deserves a chance to bounce back. He wasn't good earlier this week, That game against the Devils is a lot closer if Skinner doesn't turn over the puck, if Skinner doesn't fall down. But he's been so good for you this year that you probably want to give that guy a chance to bounce back. Turning our attention to our chats. Electronic Jordan's in. Like the vid. Thank you. Everyone else watching, you also need to like the vid. How about that? Dangerous Wade, will Liam have an autograph table set up? Liam is driving out to like the middle of nowhere in Saskatchewan to watch some bantam or midget hockey. So he won't be on the show today. Is the point I'm making here. He's on a scouting mission. So no autograph session for Liam. QF Pro, we haven't won a matinee this year, have we? That is a good question. They won the Florida game. The Florida game started at 2. That would have technically been a matinee. They got shut out by St. Louis. Calgary on Saturday was a late game. Dallas, they lost 6-2. They beat Florida. But yeah, so they have one win in matinees so far this year. But they haven't won an 11 a.m. start. I think this actually might be their first 11 a.m. start, so I shouldn't even say that. We'll see. Last year, I looked into the numbers. Last year, they actually weren't that terrible in matinees either. We'll see if they can grab a win today, though. Like I said, Rangers are good. QF Pro, we haven't won a matinee. Yeah, I got to that. Kevin says Oilers will win today. He also asks, why is Seattle doing so good this year? And I mean, we talked about the Pacific Division a little bit on yesterday's show, and Seattle's one of those teams that's going to slip. Like, they're not going to play at, what are they, like, are they not at a 100-point pace, if not a little bit better? 27 points in 20 games. Do I dare try to do that math? I'm going to use my calculator. 27 divided by 20 times 82. They're playing at a 110-point pace. The Seattle Kraken aren't going to finish the regular season at 110 points. They're top 5 in the NHL in 5-on-5, top 5 in the NHL in 5-on-5 PDO. So are the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas is playing at like 130-some point pace. Those two teams are going to go through losing streaks. It's going to happen at some point. It's a matter of Edmonton getting hot at the right time now as well, right? That's a big part of this. I see our friend Bison Mask King Guy is live in attendance, so that would explain why he is not in the YouTube chat right now. Expecting a lot of the nation regulars to roll in here today. Dr. Gonzo says, I'm ready to be heard again. Come on. Where's Rusty, the eternal optimist? Rusty needs to get Dr. Gonzo snapped into the right frame of mind. It is an all-ages event, so no male strippers, correct, Dangerous Way. Brunch for Ben down at SOHO. Here's what we're giving away. I got my notes. Came prepared. 2-night stay at the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge. We have 1 day of lift tickets at Marmot Basin for a family of 4, courtesy of our friends at Tourism Jasper. Banff and Jasper collection. 2-night stay plus 2 adults in Jasper. Also, we have a signed Ryan Nugent Hopkins jersey, courtesy of our friends at ATB. Also, this is an all ages event. Kids are welcome. So we're doing a coloring contest, and our friends at the Sports Closet have given a $150 gift card to the winner of said coloring contest. Also, some Oilers merch. We got some pillows. We got some coasters, courtesy Maine Society. We have a Joey Moss storybook from Dan. I've been told this Joey Moss storybook we're giving away is exclusive. It's not available in Canada. I'm going to need to get my hands on it to see what it's all about. I don't necessarily know this word. Leon Draisaitl lithographs. I don't even know what that is, but we're giving some of them away. It's the first annual brunch for Ben. Like we said, all proceeds going towards a charity of the Stelter's family choosing. We're very gracious that Soho Yeg has stepped up and hosted this for us. We got some game day specials. $4.75 Canadian or Coors Light, $8 pint and a slice. Their pizza here is, I haven't done this in a while. The pizza at Soho, chef's kiss. It's unbelievable. $8 for a pint and a slice. I might order one. I don't know if they're serving pizza yet, actually. I was going to say I might order one live on the show because I'm going to be live for the next 50 minutes. Yeah, Bison Masking Guy. I gave you a shout out already. Yes. Cheers, buddy. Just a coffee for me to start the day. We got some betting talk already thrown into the chat from Brendan Wozniak. McDavid points and shots. Book it. McDavid at MSG, you know he's going to be fired up. We'll talk about a little betting a little bit later on, courtesy of our friends at Betway. But let's get back into the Sherwood Ford Giant game day side of things here. You can drop your keys to victory below in the chat. Shout out to our friends at Sherwood Ford the Giant. If you're coming down to Soho, you're going to get a nice look at the Nation truck, which I haven't washed in a week. So no judgment on that. We'll get you in about 20 minutes time here. I don't want to give anything out until they've taken to the ice for warm-ups. I do wonder if we're going to see Broberg in this game. He was on the ice practicing with the team yesterday, so I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he isn't. In fact, I would go as far to say I'm expecting Broberg to play this evening or this morning. expecting him to play this morning. We'll see if that ends up happening when they take to the ice for warmups here against the New York Rangers. Some 5-on-5 numbers for you, courtesy of Natural Statric, as we get a look into the opposition here. The Rangers, they've been decent at getting shots at 5-on-5, 9th in the NHL, top 10, nothing to scoff at all. In terms of preventing shots on that, they've also been good. Like, this is a Rangers team that is solid at 5-on-5, and that's probably my biggest concern coming into this game for the Oilers is Edmonton hasn't been that good at 5-on-5. The depth pieces are struggling. McDavid and Draisaitl have been shut down for a couple of games now. This is a Rangers team that knows how to get going at 5v5. Where the Oilers are going to have to take advantage of them is on the special teams, where the Rangers' power play is right around league average. You don't want to give them looks on the power play, but you're hoping that the man advantage with the Rangers doesn't kill you by any means. I might have saw Bangmo pull up. We'll see. We'll see if that was actually him. Rangers penalty kill, though, is good, 4th in the NHL. Oilers PK all the way down at 29th. So, again, like, goaltending, advantage Rangers. Penalty kill, advantage Rangers. 5-on-5 stats, advantage Rangers. Are they – I haven't even checked the odds. Are they dogs tonight? They are. Oilers are plus 130 dogs, and they should be. This Rangers team, the results aren't coming for them, but the process is there for the Rangers. Like, if you were talking Oilers fans versus Rangers fans, who should be more concerned? I think it's probably Oilers fans. Edmonton's 5-on-5 shooting percentage is a little bit low, but the Rangers are down there as well. Edmonton's 31st in the league, and the Rangers are 25th. And I actually saw an interesting point from our friend NHL Sid, who he talked about how, the shooting percentage number, and this is something I've talked about over the last couple of shows, like, their shooting percentage is low. That should go up. Last year, they were like 8.5. This year, they're pretty much right at 7. Okay, that 1.5%, that's a pretty big difference, I would say. So their shooting percentage is going to start going up, I think. But Sid also made a good point that part of it is being able to finish. Like, finishing chances is a skill. That is something good teams do. At the end of the day, someone in the NHL has to come 32nd in 5-on-5 shooting percentage, right? And it doesn't mean that they were necessarily unlucky all season. They just didn't finish. And the Oilers need to do a better job of finishing. And I think there's a lot that goes into that, right? I don't think they've been going to the net hard enough. And I'm sure that's something that you guys in the chat would kind of all agree with as well. You want to get goals, sometimes you got to get the greasy ones, right? It seems like sometimes the Oilers are just a little bit too content hanging around the outside, trying to get the pretty goal, trying to pass it into the back of the net. And it's like, man, if you just bear down, go to the net, let one go in off your ass. Maybe I shouldn't say that. This is a kids event. There's kids around. I'm sorry. But, let one go in off your behind and try to create your own luck, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because the Oilers haven't been doing a good enough job of that at all as of late. Dr. Gonzo says, Rusty, I need you. Hold me and tell me the Oilers are going to put up 8 and chase Igor. I don't like the chances of them chasing Igor. If they're going to win this game, it's going to be 3-2, 3-1, 4-2 in that range, right? Maybe tonight's a good night for Liam, or a good afternoon, morning, whatever time it is, for Liam to be taking a dabble at the power play goal, empty net goal. I'm not doing it, but Liam could. What if Connor puts on his best goal performance against them again? Yeah, I mean, throwback to the last time these two teams met last season, right, at Rogers Place. It was the big comeback win for the Oilers. One of the best moments of the regular season. Get some World Cup soccer on here. Let me know in the chat if that's a little bit too loud. I can hear it a little bit in my headphones, but they got France and Denmark on the screens right now. Might need to do something about that. QF Pro. Oh, look, Nation Dan. You're in the shot, Dan. Oh no, you can wave. You can come talk. Do you want to come talk for a bit? Sure. Let's chat with our friend Nation Dan. Look how professional this setup is. We have to slide over physically. Okay. Slide those headphones on. Grab the mic. First annual brunch for Ben, and you were the guy who kind of oversaw it. What do you think? Early impressions here of people starting to pour in.
Oh, I love it. The kids are showing up in their Oilers gear. They're all coming to us at the front table, and they're showing, repping the gear that they're wearing for this event and this event.
That's awesome.
It's amazing to see.
Yeah, 10:15 in the morning, and this place is starting to fill up with people rocking the orange and the blue. Proceeds from tonight from this morning going to charity of the Stelters family choosing. You've worked a little bit with them and putting on this event. What's happened like?
It's been unbelievable, Tyler. The family, for a family to have gone through what they went through, and for this city to embrace them like they have, it's been wonderful to see. I think it can only help, when we're talking about healing and stuff. And I mean, as if you can truly heal from that, but absolutely wonderful to see the city of Edmonton show up like it does, and the donations poured in from outside of town as well. We can't understate that enough. The Oiler fans, we show up in droves.
Yeah, I mean, the way Nation citizens have responded to this event, I mean, it's sold out. That's unbelievable. We're going to have close to 150 Oilers fans in the building here. The way the Stelters family has been, also our partners stepping up and making sure we can really put on a good event as well, because we got some killer giveaways, killer prizes coming today as well.
But we're talking about the game, Tyler.
Yes, we are. Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day. Oilers versus Rangers. What would your key to victory be for Edmonton this morning?
Well, we've been talking about it ad nauseum on the Oilers Nation radio podcast, that this team needs to play better team defense. And I think that that's kind of the consensus that we had going into this game, is that it doesn't matter what your goalie does. It's what the team does in front of them. We saw it the last game against the Islanders. Jack Campbell was everything we could have asked of him, and the team just couldn't score a goal to save their lives.
Yeah, 50 shots on net against the Islanders. Zach Hyman alone had 10 or 12 of them. I think I would put more of an emphasis today on getting grade A scoring chances. Felt like a lot of those for the Oilers. Like even the ones that were in tight, it was 3 inches from Sorokin's pad, and they jammed into the pad 3 times. And it's like, hey, you just racked up 3 shots on net. Yeah, you were a foot away, but those aren't quality chances,
Well, and you've got the broadcast guys. Jack's giving Sorokin all kinds of credit, but to your point, Tyler, when you're jamming it in the pads, you're making Sorokin look good.
Yeah.
You're juicing that shot total, and it's only making Sorokin feel better about himself.
QF Pro says his short for giant key to the game is going to be bottom 6 goals or just McDavid doing McDavid things. The last time these two teams met, it was the big comeback victory. The Draisaitl comment that it's coming, and the McDavid goal to win things or even things up late in that hockey game as well. So hoping for more than that. In about 12 minutes, we'll know who's starting between the pipes for the Oilers, but who'd you go with?
I'm going back to Skinner. I think you got to get back into that rhythm again for these guys. Get them comfortable. Skinner didn't deserve the outcome that he had against the Devils. I almost said the Capitals, but he didn't deserve the outing he had against the Devils. And I think you got to get him out there. But the team has to play better in front of him. It doesn't matter who's in the net. You have to play better in front of the goalies.
Yeah, and you got to make life easier on Stuart Skinner. That's a great point. It doesn't matter which one they go with. I think I would go with Skinner too. I think a lot of people will. We'll see. Probably he's got to be good because Shesterkin's unbelievable.
I'm being flagged back to the table.
Okay.
Tyler, this is live.
Yes.
It's amazing. Thank you for doing everything you're doing. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in. And we can't wait to see everybody at SOHO this morning at 11 a.m. for a Brunch for Ben party.
All right. Thanks, Dan. And now I'm going to do my very high-tech slide back to the middle. I probably could have had something to flash up on the screen while I did that. Anyways, I see Kylie's in the chat asking, she's got Shesterkin on her fantasy team. Do I bench him and try to manifest the Oilers to chase him? My professional advice would be no. My Oilers fan advice would be yes. But I mean, he's the best goalie in the NHL. You should probably play him on your fantasy team. That's what I'll say with that. Dangerous Wade, we need a goalie fight today. I don't even know what I would do if that happened. It's not happening. Aaron is in the Facebook chat, says Holland needs to make some smaller moves to add D. Barry for Edmonton, a second in Savoy for Shen. If you're giving up a second in Savoy for Luke Shen, that's a terrible trade. I wouldn't give up either of those pieces for Luke Shen. You might be able to get him on waivers. So, no. Barry for Edmondson, yeah, I mean, that would probably give the blue line the look they need. I don't think Montreal would do that, though. I think they like Joel Edmondson. But I think the value's kind of there. So that one makes a bit of sense. But the other thing, too, is Barry's liked in this room, right? How much do you want to disrupt the locker room? Or do you sit there and look at this and go, no, a disruption for this locker room is a good thing right now. Maybe that's what they need to wake them up a little bit, right? A little reminder that it's a business, that results matter. Hey, Sales Guy Jared's here. Sales Guy Jared's here. Kennedy's here. Someone is here rocking a Stelter jersey as well, which is just awesome to see as well. Jesse Puljujarvi scored 2 goals last November against the Rangers. I predict he'll score again tonight. Oh, I see Jay. Should we bring in Jay? I think he might hear me. I'm a little bit worried about his Wi-Fi, but we're going to give this a go. All right. Oilers Nation Every Day, Sherwood Fort Giant Game Day Edition. It would not be complete if we didn't have Jay here. And where are you right now?
I am at the Fairmont JPL vacation weekend, and I've got Crawford, dog, Crawford's cousin, and this is a getaway for us. Super jealous. I'm not in ML by following from a flank. It's on and popping, right, Tyler?
One second here, all right? 1 second here. We're going to step aside for 2 seconds while I get a little something sorted out with Jay. Let me just flash something up in the meantime here. We'll be back in like 5 seconds. All right, there we go, everybody. We are back. I think you might be able to hear me even a little bit better now, and we are going to try this again with Jay. There we go. I should be able to hear you. Jay, good news. That was all on my end. Anyways, you're out in Jasper right now, and it looks fantastic.
Excellent. Did you hear anything I said the first?
No, and your internet's not that good, but I didn't hear anything you said.
We get away. We got Crawford's first trip to a little family getaway. Super jealous, but following from afar, and everything looks good. SOHO right now, Tyler.
Yeah, the vibes are very good down at SOHO right now. Yeah, your video is great. Your audio is not, as someone pointed out in the chat. So just quickly here, we'll see if it irons itself out. Give me your Sherwood Fort Giant key to victory. What do the Oilers need to do to beat the Rangers tonight, Jay? Or this morning?
They did it against Tampa. They just got to shake chances and just suppress. Let's play like they did against Tampa, and that is a must-win game.
All right. Jay, if you find Wi-Fi, man, we'll bring you back on. But struggling a little bit. He's out in the mountains. Shout out to our friends at Tourism Jasper, though. We're really excited to be doing a lot of great stuff with them over the next couple months here, and we'll have more on that on a few of our different shows. Kylie says again, they need to effing score. Yes. Also, let me know. Get better. I may not have been connected to my microphone earlier. Did I do the entire first half of this show not plugged into my microphone? Classic Oilers Nation every day. Anyways, this should sound good now. You should be hearing all of that. Kyofro, how is his video smooth and his audio not? Yeah, I feel like what we should have done with Jay, we should have just gotten subtitles, right? Had him type out his answers and they could have flashed up. His video was great. The backdrop was awesome. Jasper looks like an absolute great time right now. Brett Niski says, great point, Jay. If you're talking about the fact Jay said they need to play like they did against Tampa, yeah, 100%. Yeah, Kylie says, I think you might have. It definitely sounds better now. I mean, the fact that no one complained earlier when I was just clearly into my laptop microphone, that says something. Quality laptop. Things are starting to fill up here as well, so it's starting to get a little bit loud. So I probably switched it over at a good point. But yeah, I mean, the Oilers, I think your game plan is very similar to against Tampa Bay. You know, maybe you don't want to be down like 10-0 on the shot clock early on like they were against Tampa, but just muzzle them at 5-on-5, right? Don't let them generate a ton of stuff at even strength, because we touched on that. This is a Rangers team that's very good at even strength. And if you're the Oilers, if I'm giving my key to the game now, get a goal from the bottom six, get a goal from the power play, and you're set up for success. 5-on-5 goal from the bottom six and a goal from the power play, and you'll win this hockey game. If both those things happen, I do not think the Oilers will lose. There you go. Gets my stamp. Sherwood Fort Giant key to victory. Let's go Oilers. Hashtag play La Bamba, baby. Ties in nicely. Look at these shirts, hey? Kennedy did a fantastic job with these. They are awesome. I'm monitoring Jay on the side of my screen to see if I'm watching his Wi-Fi connection. I think it's getting a little bit better. Corb says, anyone else feeling a Boosh bomb going in today? Maybe. I mean, him and Puljujarvi eventually got to get going, right? Eventually. Some of these shooting percentages got to start going up. It's just a matter of time. I'm telling you. Oilers versus Rangers, 11 o'clock this morning. It's a Sherwood Ford Giant game day here on Oilers Nation every day. Team's going to be taken to the ice for warm-ups in about 5-10 minutes. So we'll have you updated with your lines and whatnot when that does happen. Here's a look at the Pacific Division standings, though, in the meantime. Oilers technically in a playoff spot. Not bad. Tied with the Blues, Preds, and Wild. And as you can see on the side, they play the Wild and the the Wild and the Preds a total of 5 times in the month of December. 33% of their games in December come against the Wild or the Preds. They also play the Kraken, who they're currently 7 points back of. They also play the Blues as well and the Flames. December's going to be a big month for this team. I talked about how you don't play a lot of the top-tier teams in the NHL next month. You also, you play 6 bottom feeders, I call them. Teams that are, in the bottom 12 of the NHL. You play 6 of those. The other 7 are against the teams right around you in the standings. Big, pivotal 4-point swings, It's going to be an important stretch. I am debating giving Jay another shot here. What do you think? All right. We're going to try this again, Jay. Are you there?
Exception. I'm here. Are you?
It is marginally better. It is marginally better. But your video looks awesome. So I can hear you a little. I almost want to keep you around just because the visual is nice. But anyways, my key to victory tonight was goal from the bottom 6, goal from the power play. You said follow the same game plan as they did against Tampa. How confident are you that they can do that? Like, do you think tonight at MSG, 11 a.m. puck drop Mountain Time, can this be a bit of a turning point for them?
It can. New York's a really good team. If you'll get the win, and that's a big win. That's momentum building. So, got a way to do it in Tampa. They came into tournament. He was pissed. The team subscribed to it and played well. But we don't have to make it up. It's
all right. Well, the visuals were great, but Jay's audio just can't cut it today. Just can't cut it today. Looks like he's having a great time, though. I think he was skiing yesterday as well. I always love at these events taking a peek at what kind of jerseys people are rocking as well. Far side by the bar right now. If I could reach and turn around my camera, I would show you guys. We got a Zach Stortini Reebok Royal Blue. So basically the jerseys they wear now, but the Reebok edition. We got someone rocking a McDavid All-Star Game jersey from the All-Star that was in Vegas last year. That one's pretty sick. See another McDavid. Sales guy Jared's rocking the flannel. Bison Mask King guy is wearing his Bison King jersey. I think he's rocking the Puljujarvi. Whoa, things just got darker for me. Now it looks like I'm coming to you live from a basement. They just flipped off my lights on me. All right. Anyways, we're going to keep rolling. Pradneski, I usually don't get my hopes up for a matinee game, but I feel like they're going to have one of their best performances of the season. Man, I thought that was coming against the Islanders. I thought they were going to roll the Islanders, and they didn't. And it feels like every time I sit here on this show and tell you guys that I'm confident the Oilers are going to win, tonight's going to be a good night, or today's going to be a good day for the Oilers. They don't. They fall flat on their faces. So we'll see. I'm not sitting here and telling you that I'm confident. Kylie says, okay, Jay, you're done. Or knowing Kylie, she probably said it. Jay, you're done. You're done. You're done, Jay. Pradneski couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I really don't want to get my hopes up with this team right now. Whoa. Guess who led the Oilers onto the ice for warm-ups? It's Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell's going to get the start for Edmonton at MSG today. Woohoo! This is going to go one of two ways, folks. What do you think? Jack Campbell going to get the start for the Oilers at MSG as I bring a cable around. I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm being honest. I think Stu probably deserved another chance deserved a chance to redeem himself from the game earlier this week. But Campbell wasn't an issue against the Islanders. So do you want to reward that a little bit? Sure, he had a .903 save percentage. The other side of this is Skinner played really well against Florida. So are you eyeing up that next game against Florida on Monday at home and saying we want Skinner for that one and we don't want to start Campbell at home? Like that would make a bit of sense. Kylie says Campbell revenge tour, book it. Twisted says nervous energy is at 100% right now. Twisted said it's going to be all us or all them. Yeah, some people aren't that optimistic. Campbell getting the start. Jilly says, oh boy. Do I have my oh boy button in here? I do have the ability. Wait. Oh, someone's also trying to talk to me right now. Wait, I'll play this.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Boy.
Just asked if I want the lights on. Yeah, it would help. It'd be nice. Bubsy B says, any word on when Kyler Yamamoto's coming back? He's not on the trip with the team. The frustrating part is that he's been day-to-day for how long now, right? He's been day-to-day for, I feel like, 3 weeks. Whoa. That's perfect. Thank you. Twisted, I hope Campbell can prove us wrong, gain some confidence. Yeah, I mean, everyone agrees with that, right? The interesting part is when you look at sort of the 5v5 numbers and the splits, Campbell's actually, or the Oilers have played better when Campbell's in net. I don't think there's anything to that. It's probably just random or a coincidence, but maybe that trend continues. If you're wondering what the setup or why the setup's a little bit different here, we are live at SOHO on Jasper Ave. Brunch for Ben, the first annual Brunch for Ben party. It's the first time in a while we've had a chance to do a brunch party, and people are having a good time. It's an all ages party as well because kids got in for free. So it is a fantastic vibe because I look this way and I see families with their kids, with their grandkids, coloring. We're doing coloring contests. I look this way and this table over there is crushing beers. I like that. I like that as a game plan. That's a good vibe. Chemo, I have faith in Campbell. Yeah, I mean, why not? He had a .903. So what's a successful start again for Campbell? I said against the Islanders, he had to have a .900 or better, and I'd consider it a win. I want to see them win today. And it would be huge for Campbell's confidence if he can go above 900. If he can go above 900 and the Oilers get the win, what an afternoon. And I think you'd start to build up some momentum with Campbell. The interesting thing is if you were to look at his numbers too, if he were to go 900 or better, that would be then 3 of his last 5 games are 900 or better. Building blocks here. It's all we're talking about with Campbell. Just building blocks. One game at a time. Pradenesky says, I'm fine with whoever's in the starters net. My concern is how the team in front shows up. Excuse me. Yeah, 100%. The Oilers can't go out and get outshot again 12-0 like they have so many times this year where they have no pulse the first 10 minutes and that cannot be happening. They put up 34 shots at 5v5 against the Islanders, but before that they had been outshot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games. I would argue another Sherwood Ford giant key to the game is don't get outshot tonight. Control the pace of play. Play your game. Don't get sucked into whatever the Rangers want you to end up doing, right? Bubsy said he's sending positive vibes to Soup. Taylor on the Facebook chat says, how's the pizza at SOHO? It's great. And if you're coming down to the party, $8, pint and a slice. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Oilers lose today. They dip below 500. This is a massive game for this hockey team. Desperate hockey here and now. I talked about that yesterday on Oilers Nation radio as well. I want to see this team. I want them to show me something that they really haven't this year, and it's play desperate hockey right from the get-go. That's not been a trait of this team. Going back to the playoffs last year, this wasn't a trait of this team, right? They seem to love wandering their way into games, feeling things out, dipping their toes in, and then comes when they're down 2-0 or whatever. I think you need to ramp up the intensity right from the start. And, part of that, yeah, that's on the big guns, that's on the leaders. But I think a big part of that's on the support pieces as well. The bottom six needs to show up. We have your lines here. I have the lines for the Rangers. Just trying to find someone who's tweeted out the lines for the Oilers. Probably Jack Michaels. He was the one who I saw had Campbell as the starter. He doesn't have the lines out yet. The Rangers today, though, I can give you how the Rangers are going to line up this morning or this afternoon out in New York. The top line is the most dangerous line for this hockey team. They are loading it up. They're going with their nuclear option. It's Panarin, Zibanejad, Chris Kreider as the top line for the Rangers. The second line, Vincent Trocheck, who they picked up over the offseason from the Hurricanes. He takes Ryan Strome's spot in their lineup. He's playing with Barclay Goodrow and Jimmy Vesey. Philip Hedl with Capo Caco and Alex Lafreniere. If you remember back in their playoff run last year, that was their kid line that got really popular and really hot for a few games as well. That's going to be the third line for the Rangers. Ryan Carpenter with Sammy Blais and Julian Gauthier is the fourth line. The D pairings for New York, Keandre Miller with Jacob Trouba, Ryan Lindgren with the Norris Trophy winner Adam Fox, Zach Jones with Braden Schneider. This is a young, mobile Rangers blue line. That is their strength. Young, mobile. They snap the puck up the ice. That helps their forwards, all that stuff. Shesterkin between the pipes. They had Vitaly Kravtsov. He was on the ice for warmups, but he is the extra forward. The Oilers lineup at MSG. Whoa. They're going with their own nuclear option. Wow, this is something. McDavid with Draisaitl and Puljujarvi is the top line tonight. Nuge with Janmark and Hyman is the second line. McLeod with Fogle and the real Clem Shady, Klim Kostin. Malone, Holloway, Ryan. Nurse with Ceci. Kulak with Bouchard. Broberg will play. Broberg with Barry. So Jay Woodcroft giving us, or surprising us in more than just one way. I realize you've been staring at the Rangers lines for a long time there. My bad, everybody. Wow. Kylie says, yikes. Chemo says Kostin scores. Gonzo says, I'm pumped now. Let me know how you feel about those Oilers lines. I had a graphic made. I can't even put it up because none of it's relevant. Draisaitl with McDavid and Puljujarvi is the top line for the Edmonton Oilers. Nuge with Janmark and Hyman is the second line. My problem with this is we've seen this before, you know? Nuge as a centerman, it doesn't work as well as Nuge as a wing, Nuge as a winger. He should be a left winger unless they run into injury problems. McDavid and Draisaitl, you're going with the nuclear option up front. I'm torn on it, you guys. I'll be honest. QF Pro nuclear front line. Predneski says I'm nervous. Devon Shore scratched. Yes. Going top heavy has never given us the level of consistency we need. And that's my big concern here is with McDavid and Draisaitl off the ice this year at 5-on-5, the Oilers have been out 7. This is an away game last change. And now, again, McDavid and Draisaitl off the ice so far this season, it's been pretty much everything except for, 30, 40 minutes of their 5-on-5 ice time. They've been outscored 13-7. You can run McDavid and Draisaitl alternating, and there's not a lot of minutes where they aren't on the ice. When you load them up on one line, shit, you better play good. They better dominate, or your support players better step up. And I'm just not confident enough in the Oilers support players stepping up right now. I don't love it. I'll be honest. I don't love it. It might work tonight, but I don't view this as like a long-term solution. I would prefer, again, establish your duos if you're Jay Woodcroft. McDavid and Hyman, Draisaitl, Nuge, McLeod and Puljujarvi. Those are your duos. And give them 10 games. Let them figure it out. This team is good enough to win. It's not like you're You know, it's not like you'll just be sacrificing points by doing that and giving them 10 games of runway. Yash says hi. What's up, Yash? Gonzo says, I don't mind it because Nuge and Hyman have solid chemistry. Yaremchuk can be a physical presence with decent hands. Bubsy, the boys are back. Dynamic duo. The boys are back in town. I don't know if this gives you enough consistency throughout. Paint me cautiously optimistic about this. It might work today. And maybe Woodcroft is sitting there being like, we just need to win no matter what. We need to stay above 500. I will worry about longevity and consistency when we get back on home ice. He's coaching to beat the Rangers today. And maybe that's good. Puljujarvi on the right side there. Oh, boy. He better score because, I don't know. I don't love him as a top 6 guy right now. Broberg is in with Barry. I'm excited to see Broberg play. I think that's something that has some. So that's all good. Hey, my boy BM. You want to hop in for a bit? Here, wait. Don't come into the shot. I know you wouldn't like that. Let me flash something up here. One sec. We're gonna get Bag Milk on the show. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. All right, we are back.
Turn my headphones up.
BM is here. He's just off camera. Gonna play it extra safe. I saw your hand there, and I know you don't want to be on camera. Yeah, so you
hello.
Can see your hand. Anyways, BM, McDavid, Draisaitl, Puljujarvi top line.
Sorry, say that again.
The Oilers line. You haven't seen the Oilers lines?
No, I was scrambling. I wrote 3 articles this morning.
McDavid, Draisaitl, and Puljujarvi is the top line.
Okay.
They're starting Jack Campbell.
Okay.
Broberg's in. Janmark, Nuge, and Hyman is the second line.
Okay.
Third line is McLeod, Fogle, Costin, Malone, Holloway, Ryan. The big story is the top line. They're going nuclear today.
I know you don't like that either.
I don't love it.
Well, what do you think?
My thing is I don't think it gives you enough lineup. You're playing a Rangers team that's very good at 5-on-5 and even strength. It's just a little bit too risky for me.
What are you expecting from the Rangers, though? Their last game out on Wednesday, I believe, they lost to the Ducks.
Yeah.
So what do you expect? Like, I wrote in the GDB this morning that I would expect them to come out with a chip on their shoulder because nobody wants to lose to the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I mean, the Ducks, I think that was their first regulation win of the season.
It was.
Like that, yeah. The Rangers are going to come out hard tonight, and they have a very mobile blue line.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well because the Oilers like giving the other team's defensemen lots of time.
Yeah.
They don't hit them hard.
Yeah.
This Rangers team snaps the puck up ice quick. I worry this configuration for the Oilers doesn't give them enough speed and depth. I think they might get caved at 5-on-5. McDavid, Draisaitl on the ice, they'll be fine. The other 3 lines, I don't think they will be. I'm not worried too much about the second line. Yeah, it should be fine. But Nuge is a center. He's so good as a winger when you put him with skill. So why are we flushing that away? I just don't get it.
Well, I look at this probably as a situation where the Oilers have to win it, right? And Woodcroft is looking at this road trip as you can't get swept on this New York road trip.
Yeah,
go with the nuclear option.
He's coaching to win today, not build up longevity or anything.
Sometimes you have to coach to win today.
Yeah.
Oilers need to win. Like, this is a big game for them. Like, I know it's not a must-win game, quote unquote, because it's still November, but kind of is morally, don't you think? Or emotionally?
You don't want to fall below 500. I think that is important. I think getting a win and salvaging something on this trip, you're right, it is important. And this is a Rangers team that is almost in a similar spot to the Oilers. They're 10-7-4 on the year. They've actually lost more than they've won this season when you count OT losses.
So I'm expecting a game where 2 teams play with urgency. At least that's what I hope anyway from our side. What about Campbell starting in net?
So I see the line of thinking here.
Yeah.
He played well, give him a chance to build on it. And Skinner was great last time against Florida, so give him a start on home ice. Don't start Campbell at home. Don't let him take that extra shot to his confidence potentially. So I don't hate the idea of giving Campbell another road game. It's not what I would have done, but I understand the logic.
Yeah, I would have gone Skinner twice in a row. Today, Monday, Florida.
I probably would have too, but it's clearly the MO is to get Campbell up to speed and get him going.
Yeah, but again, I don't think he was the problem against New York either.
No.
The Islanders, that is.
Not at all.
What do the Oilers need to do to win this hockey game? What did you have for keys of the game?
My key to the game was get a bottom 6 goal. Now you could call it a bottom 9 goal, and get a power play goal. If you can
have to get a bottom 9
The Rangers' penalty kill is very good, and they're very good at 5-on-5. So if your whole team's playing at 5-on-5, and that bottom 6, bottom 9 can get you a goal, that's a huge step because you're gonna have to beat Shesterkin. He's only allowed 10 goals, I think, in his last 5 games.
Oh, good.
He's lights out.
Oilers are just going at 1.5 goals per game over the last 10, so that's great.
Yeah, those two numbers don't
really mesh well together. I don't believe. These lights are insanely bright.
Aren't they crazy?
They are.
They were like $40 on Amazon.
Wow.
And they work really well. Like
Unreal.
I'm lit up nicely.
You seeing spots?
A little bit, yeah. Like
Yeah, I bet
feel
you
like I have
are.
a concussion.
I bet you are.
Maybe I'll start. There's a drum kit behind me. I can start playing the drums.
Yeah, just put down a fresh beat. That
Yeah.
sounds fun. I like that.
We do have to probably wrap this up soon-ish because they want to drop the screen so the Oilers game can play on it. But what do you think about the vibe here? It's awesome.
It's good. I'm super excited because when we did brunch for Ben, we knew it was going to sell out. We knew there was going to be a lot of people here, and unsurprisingly, Nation citizens they rushed to buy these tickets and they rushed to help us raise some money for a great cause. So I'm very, very grateful for everybody that's here right now. We got a full house already, and it's looking great.
Yeah, I love that. I was talking about the vibe of like you have grandparents and grandkids and families, and then like a table in the corner slamming beers. It's 10:30. Why wouldn't you?
Hey, last Saturday of the week. You got up early, watched a little World Cup. You get yourself getting ready to go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Some stranger on YouTube says this seems like something Tippett would do.
What do you mean? What does that commenter mean? Are we talking about Connor and Leon?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get it. I don't particularly like having them together. I think the general Oilers lineup is better when they're separated. But again, we're coaching for today. That's what this really looks like to me.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. If the Oilers come out and win today, we'll see what happens on Monday if they go back to the nuclear deterrent with having Connor and Leon on the first line. I think another thing of this, Tyler, is having those two on the same line, you have to have a good start against New York. You can't go 12 minutes without a shot like they did against the Islanders. You have to try and get the first one. Mm-hmm. You have to. You just said the numbers on Shesterkin. He's not giving up anything right now.
Yeah, like he's
you
lights
have
out.
To get the first
His
goal.
record this season is like 10-2-1.
Another thing too, my key to the game, they cannot be the first penalty of the night. The Oilers have taken the first penalty 17 of 20 games so far this year.
Dude, every game they are either giving up the first goal, getting outshot 10-0 in the first 10 minutes, or going on the PK early, and it zaps their momentum.
Cannot happen.
100%.
Not today.
Sherwood Ford, giant keys to victory. Yeah. Just be the team that does the good stuff first.
Yes.
Get some shots early.
You
Pepper
gotta play
basic.
Basic.
Nobody
needs to get fancy.
They got to be basic bitches.
Sometimes you got to be.
Sometimes you got to be.
I wrote in the GDB this morning that one of the most important things to me for this game is to take care of their own end first. If you're paying attention to the defensive details first, that is your commitment to the game, the offense is going to come. Because right now it feels like the Oilers are pushing for goals that aren't coming, and I understand it because nobody's scoring. But you got to keep it out first. Because here's the options. Right now, the Oilers are giving up 3.6 goals per game over the course of the season. That is horrible. So the options really are to tighten up defensively, limit the goals against, or expect that your team goes out and scores the touchdown every game, which is just unrealistic.
Yeah. I like this point from Andrew in the YouTube chat. The Oilers need to play with the intensity they did when they thought they lost McDavid in the Pittsburgh game.
Yes.
They showed that they can rise above adversity when needed. It's needed every game. And I love that point. This is the NHL. There are no easy games.
Nope.
Every team's going to push you. The Ducks just beat the freaking Rangers.
Another time is when Kane got Tampa Bay. They went out and grinded out that win. That was a grinding game for the Oilers.
It was. I think that's a great point. Pradneski's in with his Sherwood Ford giant key to victory. They need to score the first goal, and if it's the third or fourth line player, it will give them a ton of confidence. Give me your not expected first goal scorer tonight. Who could it be?
Philip Broberg.
Ooh, Bradley Bay, our guy, was in the chat. He said Broberg Hattie.
That's aggressive.
That's aggressive, yes.
But
I'm going to say it's going to be Klim. Klim Kostin gets the first goal.
I'd love it. This place will go bananas if all Klim gets one. The real Klim Shady. Come
Betting preview for our friends at Betway. I'm going to keep you around for this one. I want your take on this. The Oilers are dogs, plus 130 on the money line, plus 190 to win this game in regulation. What do you think?
I'm nervous. Can I just say that? Like,
yeah, me too. I'm not
matinees
touching
have
them.
not gone our way. Like, I know they won the last one they played. Great. But matinees are not our thing. The Oilers are struggling right now. I'm nervous about the game. I just stayed away from the winners outright.
I think that's fair. Any props you dig today?
Yeah, my riskiest bet on the day is Connor and Leon both to score, and I bet that before I knew. That was one of the Betway pre-built bets, so it was plus 300. I didn't know they were playing together. So
I like going with the Draisaitl shot prop when he plays up on McDavid's line. Plus 110 on over 3.5.
Yep.
I think that has some potential here. We obviously haven't seen it. What's up, Waz? Yeah, we haven't seen them play together from the jump of a game yet this season. And Draisaitl's hit his shot prop in 2 in a row, 3 of his last 5. So I think that's good. And I think I'm going to go Hyman shot prop as well. I think those are going to be my 2 shot prop plays for today.
I also did our favorite same game parlay.
Power play point?
Yeah.
I might get in on that too.
Plus 125 is what I got it at.
I'm parlaying Draisaitl and Hyman to each hit their shot prop.
Ooh, I like that. What does it pay out?
Plus 380.
Woo.
That's spicy, hey? That's a spicy meatball. Power play points. What's that one paying out? Plus 120. That's decent. I'll take.
Sorry, who's the other guy on the line with David and Draisaitl?
Puljujarvi.
There with those two.
He's got to put his head down, go hard to the net, play like a power forward, not a skilled guy. If he takes a shot from outside of that home plate area, failure. Just go to the freaking net, man. That's my Puljujarvi
I think so too. Like, cause some ruckus in front of that. Yeah. If you can create some space in the offensive zone for Connor and Leon to do their thing, and you're just causing havoc in front of the zone. What about a Puljujarvi goal today?
Plus 550. I'm betting it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll ride with you.
Puljujarvi goal? No.
No. Waz,
get out of here, Waz.
Sorry. Come on, Waz. You're ruining our mojo.
Probably didn't give you a mic. All right. Okay, I'm in. Those are my bets. Power play point parlay. Draisaitl Hyman shot prop parlayed. That's juicy. That's aggressive. And Puljujarvi to find the back of the net tonight as well. That's what I'm rolling with.
I like it.
Yeah. Why not?
How about this though, Tyler? Yes, a Puljujarvi first goal plus 2,500.
That's so aggressive.
Just a little sprinkle.
So aggressive.
Just a little taste. Just a little Salt Bay on it.
Shesterkin over 27.5 saves. Think they pepper him?
Well, I did bet over 64.5 total shots today.
Ooh, that's tempting. That is tempting. All right, we'll turn our attention.
Odds, I think.
Yeah, we'll turn our attention back to the chat. A lot of you guys saying you hope JP scores. Kylie says she's betting a Holloway goal tonight. Mitch is in as well. Says Holloway's first goal coming tonight. It's an afternoon game, Mitch. I've made that mistake 30 times in this hour-long stream. I've been live for a while. Jay joined from Jasper, and his picture was like crystal clear. He's got like the lake behind him. I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. I bring him on the air, and his audio is like, beep, beep, pop, beep, 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 lightning game. The lightning game. And that was like all you heard from him. It was awful. It was so bad.
I love it. I love it.
All right, Brunch for Ben. First annual Brunch for Ben. We're doing coloring contests, all of that. I might have to dip out here in just a second. But shout out to Sherwood for the Giants. Shout out to the Sports Closet as well. Sports Closet Studio. I'll be back there on Monday. Don't worry. I got to take off our Betway Bets graphic. Sorry, everybody. Just realized you were looking at that for about 6 minutes. So that is absolutely my bad. And McDavid and Draisaitl loaded up as the Oilers go for a victory. We are live at SOHO on Jasper. Great pizza and great times. Brunch for Ben, first annual party, first brunch party we've had in a while, and the vibes are good. Hopefully the Oilers can come through for us. BM, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks for tuning into the show today. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button on the Nation Network YouTube as well. That is going to do it for today's show. We will be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and let's hope the Oilers come through with a big victory.